Hello again. This is Rebecca from Stamp for Joy. Thanks for joining me. And today I thought we would play with some paper flowers. And I'd show you how to make some paper flowers using punches, like this one. So let's get started. All right, so to begin with, we're going to need the Petite Petals punch. And also for this flower, I used the little flower from Itty Bitty Accents or Punch Pack. Can't recall the name offhand. So, depending on how many flowers you're going to make, you just grab some scrap cardstock. And I'm making them out of Very Vanilla here. So you would punch out a couple of these. Well, actually, for each flower, I just did one of these for each flower. Okay, and then you just wad it up every which way. And I also did one of the smaller from Itty Bitty Punch Pack too. So you just keep moving it around, and you want to try not to rip it. It may rip a little bit, and that's okay, but you want to try not to rip off any of the petals. And you can grab your bone folder if you want and just gently kind of rub it like that. What we're doing is we want to break down the fibers in the cardstock. The nice thing about the Stampin' Up! Cardstock is it's the same color through and through, so it's not white on the inside. So once you break it apart, it's still going to all be the same color. Okay. All right. So you keep doing that until you see how it's starting to come apart there. And that's what we want, where it separates. And you just kind of pull it apart. If you have a little trouble, you can just wad it up some more until it comes apart fairly easily. So now we have two. You may notice that they look kind of felted, and we like that. So they're thinner, easier to work with, and they've got kind of a felted side. And you can use either side, but I like this. Okay. So then, depending on what you want to do, you may want to sponge it a little bit, or I'm going to give a little bit. You can't really tell on the card that I did here, and I actually sponged it after I put it together. But you can give a little sponge to the outside edges to give it some dimension when you assemble it. Sorry, I'm doing that off camera. I don't want a lot because I want to keep it pretty neutral and vanilla-y. You can do it on your grid paper too. Sponge a little here. I didn't do that one. I have one I already did here. Pulled apart here. Oops, no I don't. Well, I don't know where it is. Okay, well let me work on this one then. I'll fast forward it so you don't have to watch me go through the process again. Okay, so now I'm just going to apply a little bit of glue to the center. And there's a number of different ways you can make these flowers. So this is not the only one, and I'll probably show you more ways in the future, and I'm just going to glue that to the center. Move that down just a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. Glue that, kind of, with the petals kind of offsetting each other. Give that a minute to set. Now I'm just going to put pearl in the center of it. Whoops, it flipped on me. Put it right there. Okay. And now it's just a matter of, you know, manipulating it to, you know, give it some realism a little bit. So I just pull up and kind of curl the ends, pull it up. I'm using some tweezers here. You can use your fingers. I've used little skewers, you know, like for shish kebabs before. You just kind of play with it a little bit, pull it up, and then curl the end, up, curl the end. All right, well, I hope you'll give that a try. They're really easy to make, and they really add a different dimension to your cards that I think are very beautiful. So please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope to be adding a couple videos at least a month, and hopefully more. And I thank you for joining me. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.